Today we are going to discuss optical instruments. So basically optical instruments are the instruments like microscope and telescope, but optical instruments are the instruments which has the property of forming image. So these optical instruments are categorized into three categories. First one is visual instruments, just like in this category we have microscope and telescope. Now photographic instruments, in this category we have photographic camera, and third one analyzing instruments. In this category spectrometer and spectrograph, etc. Okay. So basically the optical instruments are three categories: visual instruments, photographic instruments and analyzing instruments. So now we are going to discuss the microscope and telescope, so which uses the lenses. Now before going to study about say microscope and telescope, we have to know some basic definitions regarding these instruments, and that one is, first one, the near point of eye. The near point of eye is the minimum distance from our eye at which we can observe an object distinctly and clearly. So the minimum distance at which our eye can see an object distinctly and clearly, and that point is called near point. Okay. For a distance of 25 centimeter from our eye, we can observe a particular object clearly or distinctly, and this particular distance is called least distance of distinct vision. So the least distance of distinct vision means the distance, the minimum distance from our eye at which we can observe an object clearly and distinctly is called least distance of distinct vision, and that is, for a normal human eye it is about 25 centimeter. Okay. Now the maximum, the farthest distance at which we can observe an object clearly is called far point. So the farthest distance at which we can observe an object clearly and distinctly is called far point. Theoretically, this far point is taken as infinity. Okay. So near point, far point, least distance of distinct vision. So the near point is the distance at which, near to the eye, at which we can observe an object clearly, and least distance of distinct vision is the minimum distance from our eye at which we can observe an object clearly is called least distance of distinct vision, that is about 25 centimeter. And far point is the farthest distance at which we can observe an object distinctly is called far point, and theoretically that is equal to infinity. Now another one, suppose if the object is at a distance from our eye, large distance from our eye, the angle subtended by the object at our eye is less. Suppose if we take three objects like this, suppose this is our eye, and this is our retina where we get the image of the object. Suppose if the object is at a point like this, then the angle made by this is, and it forms an image at this point. This is the image. Okay. Now, if the object is at this point, the angle subtended at the eye is like this. So, this is the angle. So, this is alpha and this is beta, if you assume like that. So, it is observed that this beta is greater than alpha. Suppose if it is at this point, the angle is more. That means the angle subtended by an object at the eye is large when the object is close to our eye. When it is at a larger distance from our eye, the angle subtended is less. That means if we observe an object at a very far distance from our eye can observe that relaxed position, we can say. That means the ciliary muscles of our eye cannot be strained. But when the object is close to our eye, then these muscles has strain. That means suppose if you observe an object like this, our eyes won't strain. But when the object is very close to our eye, we have to open up our eye. So, to observe those objects clearly. So, that means the angle subtended by a close object is more than a distant object. And next one is visual angle. Visual angle is, suppose this is our eye like this. Suppose an object is at this point. Now, the angle subtended at the eye is theta. Assume that this is theta. Then this theta is called visual angle if it is at h and it is at least distance of distinct vision. Then this is the tan theta is equal to h by d, approximately equal to theta for small angles. So, theta equal to h by d, and this is the visual angle at least distance of distinct vision. Okay. Now, we discuss about simple microscope. Simple microscope. Actually, microscope is an instrument that is used to observe the smaller objects. That means it gives magnification of objects. So, this simple microscope, by name itself, simple means it contains only a single convex lens, and that single convex lens held in a metal frame with a handle, that is our magnifying glass, like this. So, in this frame, this convex lens is placed and fitted in this frame with a handle, and this is a simple microscope. So, simple microscope is nothing but a single convex lens. Now, see how it works. Now, this convex lens, this is the convex lens of the simple microscope. Assume that its focal length is f. Now, this is the focus at this point, and here it is also f. Now, if the object is within its focus like this, then two lines are drawn. One is parallel to the principal axis and one passes through the optic axis, optic center. Now if we extend, sorry. Here. Okay. Now this is the convex lens of the simple microscope of focal length f, and the object is placed in between its focus and principal axis. Assume that this is O dash, the optic center. So the object is in between this focus and the principal optic center, and its virtual image is formed at Ig, which is magnified. Okay. So object must be in between the focus and the optic center of the convex lens. Now the magnifying power of this microscope is defined as the angle subtended by the image when it is at the least distance of distinct vision at the eye to the angle subtended by the object when the object is imagined at the least distance of distinct vision. That means if this particular image is formed at D, then the angle subtended by the image at the eye, here eye is this optic center, angle subtended by the image at the eye to the angle subtended by the object when imagined to be at the position of the image at the eye. That means to calculate the magnifying power, so assume that this object is imagined at this position. So draw like this. Now Ig dash, assume that Ig dash. Okay. Now assume that the angle subtended by this line is like this. So angle subtended by the object like this. So angle subtended by the image is here, the angle is considered as this angle. That means I O dash to I G O dash triangle, this angle between GO line and IO line. This is the angle subtended by this image, and similarly the angle subtended by the object when imagined at this position is this angle. So I write like this. So indicate by two lines, and this is beta and this is alpha. Assume that alpha and beta. Now the magnifying power m is equal to beta by alpha. So for small angles we can consider as this is approximately equal to tan beta by tan alpha. Okay. Now from the triangle IGO dash, tan beta is equal to Ig by This is beta, this is the opposite side IG, and this is the adjacent side IO dash. And from triangle IG dash O dash, tan alpha is equal to IG dash by IO dash. Therefore, M is equal to IG by O dash into IO dash by IG dash. So you can cancel this equal to IG by IG dash, and that equal to IG by OJ, because OJ is equal to IG dash. So this is IG by OJ, that is simply magnification is equal to the height of the image by height of the object. Now we take it as equation 1. Now if we consider this triangle IGO dash, the angle subtended here it is beta, and for this triangle also OJO dash, the angle is again beta. That means triangle IGO dash, OJO dash are similar triangles. Triangle IGO dash and triangle OJO dash are similar. Therefore, they are similar triangles, therefore we can write it as IG by OJ is equal to IO dash by OO dash. So these two triangles IGO dash and OJO dash are similar triangles. So the ratios are same. So for IG by OJ is equal to IO by OO dash. But IO dash is the image distance and OO dash is the object distance. Assume that this object is at a distance U and this is image is formed as B, and which is at least distance of distinct vision. So image is formed at least distance of distinct vision. So this can be written as minus D by minus U, because distances are measured from O dash. So this distance IO dash is in the direction opposite to the direction of propagation of light. So that's why D is taken as negative, and similarly U is also opposite to the direction of propagation of light. So U is also taken as negative as per sign convention. Therefore, this can be written as minus D by minus U. So this equal to D by U. So now substitute IG by OJ is equal to D by U. In this equation, we get M is equal to D by U. This is the second condition. So the magnification of simple microscope is M is equal to D by U. Now we can express this U in terms of the focal length F. Okay. Now we have the relation 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Okay. Now we can write F is positive for convex lens and V is equal to D, and which is measured opposite to the direction of propagation of light. So by sign convention, V is equal to minus D and U is equal to minus U. Now substituting this, 1 by F is equal to minus 1 by D minus of minus 1 by U. So that is minus 1 by D plus 1 by U, implies 1 by U is equal to 1 by F plus 1 by D. Okay. Now substituting this 1 by U is equal to 1 by F plus 1 by D in this term. So we can write M is equal to D into 1 by f plus 1 by d, and that equal to 1 plus d by f. So, this is the magnifying power of the microscope, simple microscope, when the image is formed at least distance of distinct vision. Okay. Now, if the image is formed at infinity, that means the eye is in the relaxed position, then in that case, from this equation, if the image is formed at infinity, means this 1 by infinity, this term gets 0, and u is also equal to minus u. So, in this case we can write 1 by f is equal to 1 by infinity minus of minus 1 by u. That implies 1 by f equal to 1 by u, means f equal to u. So, in this equation we can write m is equal to d by f. So, these two are the relations for a magnification of simple microscope when the image is formed at least distance of distinct vision, and this is the relation for the magnification when the image is formed at infinite distance. Okay. So, this is the magnification of microscope is always in between d by f and 1 plus d by f. So, this is the maximum value for magnification, this is the minimum value for magnification. Okay. Now, once again we go through this simple microscope. So, simple microscope consists of single convex lens and object is placed within its focus, that means in between this optic center and focus. So, object OJ is placed in between these 2 points. So, now by drawing graphically, we observe that the image is formed at least distance of distinct vision, and this image is erect and virtual image. And the magnifying power of simple microscope is defined as the ratio of angle subtended by the image at the eye when it is at least distance of distinct vision to the image angle subtended by the object when imagined at the least distance of distinct vision at the eye. So, if we consider those two angles as beta and alpha, then the magnifying power is given by beta by alpha, that is approximately equal to tan beta by tan alpha, and we have derived relations for tan beta and tan alpha from these two triangles IOG dash and IG dash O dash. So, we get tan alpha, tan beta and tan alpha, and substituting these in this equation we get the magnifying power as Ig by Ig dash, but Ig dash is equal to Oj. So, it is Ig by Oj, that means height of the object by height of the image by height of the object, and we got that relation. And another one, and these two are similar triangles IG O dash and OJ O dash are similar triangles. From these two triangles we get the relation Ig by Oj as d by u. So, magnifying power is equal to d by u. Now, we express this u in terms of f. So, for that we have derived this equation. This is for case 1, that means when the image is formed at least distance of distinct vision, we get 1 by u is equal to 1 by f plus 1 by d. Substituting here we get 1 plus d by f. And if the image is formed at infinity, then 1 by f is equal to 1 by u, and in that case f equal to u. So, substituting this d by f. And the magnifying power of simple microscope always lies in between d by f and 1 plus d by f. So, from this we can take a conclusion that the magnifying power is inversely proportional to the focal length. That means, if the focal length of the lens is smaller and smaller, we get higher and higher magnifications. But there is a limit of for this focal length. So, the maximum magnification that we get with a simple microscope is about 9. So, for higher magnifications we use compound microscope. Okay. Now, let us discuss compound microscope. Now, compound microscope. Compound microscope consists of two convex lenses, and those two convex lenses are arranged coaxially like this. So, compound microscope consists of two convex lenses, and they are held coaxially. That means coaxially means the principal axis of both these lenses coincide. And in this, one of the lenses is of shorter focal length and one of it has larger focal length. So, one of the lens is of shorter focal length and shorter aperture, and other one is of larger focal length and larger aperture. And the lens, these two lenses are held in a cylindrical tube which slides one over the other, just like this. Suppose this is a cylindrical tube in which one lens is arranged, first lens, and another lens is like this, second lens. So that the distance between these two lenses can be adjusted by sliding these cylindrical tubes by an arrangement called rock and pinion arrangement. Okay. So, these two lenses are coaxial and held in different cylindrical tubes, and one cylinder slides inside the other cylinder like this. And now, the names of these two lenses, the lens which is towards the object is called objective. The name of this lens is objective, that means which is towards the object, and the name of the other one is eyepiece, which is towards the eye. Here our eye. So, the object and eye. So, the lens which is near the object is called objective lens, and near the eye is called eyepiece. Okay. And this objective is of shorter focal length and shorter aperture, eyepiece of larger focal length and larger aperture. Now, the ray diagram for this compound microscope. Now, assume that the focal length of the objective is f0 and that of the eyepiece is fe, and fe is greater than that of fo. Now, an object is placed in the f and 2f, in between the f and 2f of this objective lens. So, like this. Okay. So object is placed in front, in between the two FO and FO of this objective lens, which forms an image beyond its 2F point like this, and which acts as, this image acts as object for the second lens, that is eyepiece, which forms, and this works as simple microscope, which gives an image like this. Okay. So this lens first gives an image of the object, inverted image like this, and this inverted image acts as object for the eyepiece, and this eyepiece works as simple microscope as discussed in the earlier case. So each forms an image like this, a virtual image in this position. Okay. Now in this case also, now we will just OJ, which forms an image I0, G0, and the final image is IG. Now the angle subtended by this line is taken as, considered as beta. Now we have to imagine the object at this position only. Now we consider like this. So now similarly here also the magnifying power of the compound microscope is the ratio of angle subtended at the eye by this image at least distance of distinct division to the angle subtended by the object imagined at the same position at the eye. That means if we consider the same object at this position like this, suppose we assume that this is IG, so IG dash, the same position IG dash. So in this position the angle subtended by the object, when that means the object is placed at this position, assume that the angle subtended at the eye is alpha. So that line is denoted by these dotted lines, and the angle subtended by the image at the eye is this beta like this. Now the magnifying power given by m is equal to beta by alpha, and that is approximately equal to tan beta by tan alpha. Okay, now we can calculate this tan alpha and tan beta from the triangles IG. Assume that this is O double dash and this is O dash, assume that, and if not, assume that this lens object distance is U, which forms image at V, assume that like this, VO and UO. That means object distance for the objective lens, image distance of this objective lens. Now from these two triangles IG O double dash, IG dash O double dash. So from this triangle IG O dash, tan beta is equal to IG by IO double dash. From triangle IG O double dash, tan beta is equal to IG by IO double dash. And from triangle IG dash O double dash, tan alpha is equal to IG dash by IO double dash. Now by substituting in this equation, m is equal to, you can directly cancel out these two, IG by IG double dash, sorry, IG dash. Now this equation multiplied and divided by IG dash, I naught G naught, sorry, we can write this as OJ. Okay, So by substituting tan alpha and tan beta in this equation, we get this equation, but Ig dash is always equal, Ig dash is equal to the height of the object. These two are equal. So we can replace Ig dash as object height Oj. Now by dividing and multiplying with I naught G naught, we get this equation. So by observing this, we can say that Ig by I naught G naught means Ig is the image formed by this eyepiece and IO GO is the object for this eyepiece. Okay, because Ig is the size of the or height of the image formed by this eyepiece and IO GO is the object's height for this eyepiece. That means this is the ratio of these two. So this is the magnifying of power of eyepiece, and this equation is I naught G naught by Oj. Oj is the object's height for this objective lens and I naught G naught is the height of the image formed by this objective lens. That means this can be written as magnifying power of the objective. So magnifying power of this compound microscope is the product of individual magnifying powers of eyepiece and objective lens. Okay. Now we derive expressions for the magnifying power of the eyepiece and also for the magnifying power of the objective. Now considering now first we derive the magnifying power of the objective. So this is the objective lens. It has object distance is u naught and image distance is v naught. This is the image formed by this objective lens. Okay. Actually this angle and this angle are equal. That means OJ O1 and I naught G naught O dash are similar triangles. Okay. From this right we can write OJ O dash and I naught G naught O dash are similar triangles. So I naught G naught by Oj is equal to image distance by object distance. That is I naught G naught by Oj is equal to O dash by O dash I naught by O dash, and that equal to V by U, V naught by U naught, because this is the I naught to O dash is image distance and O to O dash is object distance. So by sign convention, this U naught is opposite to the direction of propagation of light. So U naught is taken as negative and V naught is positive because it is in the direction of propagation of light. So we have to substitute minus U naught as per sign convention. That is the magnifying power of the objective is V naught by U naught of negative sign. So this negative sign indicates that the image formed by this objective lens is inverted one. So we get that negative sign. Now we have to calculate now the magnifying power of the eyepiece, but the eyepiece is working as simple microscope. So the magnifying power of this eyepiece is exactly equal to that of simple microscope. So we can write that relation as the magnifying power of the eyepiece is equal to 1 plus d by Fe, where Fe is the focal length of it, provided this equation when the final image of this compound microscope is formed at least distance of distinct division. So by now the magnifying power of objective and magnifying power of eyepiece, now the combined magnifying power of the compound microscope is minus V naught by U naught into 1 plus d by Fe. Suppose if the object is formed at infinity. That means the final image of the compound microscope is formed at the infinity. In that case, we can write m is equal to minus V naught by U naught into d by Fe, because the eyepiece is working as simple microscope. So, we can write these two equations. So, the magnifying power of compound microscope, when the image is formed at least distance of distinct division, it is given by minus V naught by U naught into 1 plus d by Fe. When the image is formed at infinite distance, then we can write the equation as minus V naught by U into d by Fe. Okay. Now, once again, the compound microscope consists of two convex lenses. One is of shorter focal length and another is of larger focal length and aperture. And the lens, these two lenses are held coaxially in a cylindrical tubes, one sliding into the other. And the lens which is towards the object is called objective. The lens which is towards near the eye is called eyepiece. And this objective is of shorter focal length, eyepiece is of larger focal length. The image is adjusted in between the f and 2f points of this objective lens, which forms an inverted image beyond its 2f point. Now, the second lens is adjusted such that this particular image is within the focus of this eyepiece, so that this eyepiece works as simple microscope and gives an image of this object at least distant of distinct division, and the image formed by this eyepiece is virtual, but here the object is in inverted position, we get in the same inverted position as like this. So, final image of this compound microscope is inverted itself, because we get the negative sign in the final magnifications also. So, now to derive this the magnifying power of this compound microscope, we have to take the ratios of the angle subtended by the image and angle subtended by the object at the eye, and those are equal to approximately equal to tan alpha and tan beta. So, from this triangle IG1 naught tan beta is this one, and ID naught O double dash is tan alpha equal to this one. So, we write as IG by OJ, and now we are multiplying dividing with I naught G naught, we get like this, and this is the magnifying power of the object eyepiece, and this is the magnifying power of the object. So, the magnifying power of the compound microscope is the product of the magnifying powers of eyepiece and objective. So, the magnifying power of this objective is calculated by from these two triangles IO O dash and I naught, G naught and O dash, and this we have derived as m naught equal to minus of V naught by U naught, where V naught is the image distance of this objective lens and U naught is the object distance for the objective. And the magnifying power of eyepiece is again similar to that of simple microscope. So, we can directly write it as ME is equal to 1 plus d by Fe when the image is formed at least distant of distinct division, and this is simply equal to d by Fe when the image is formed at infinity. So, now substituting these two equations in on that equation, we get the final magnifying power of a compound microscope as m is equal to minus V naught by U naught into 1 plus d by Fe when the image is formed at least distance of distinct division, and m equal to minus V naught by U naught when the image is formed at infinite distance.